Welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, February 22nd, 2021.
That's right, it's all of the Magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And big, exciting news to kick off the show. This week's Strixhaven previews are here.
That's right, we got a whole article over on Daily MTG that introduced us to Strixhaven School of Mages.
Yes, they introduced the 5 colleges that will be a part of Strixhaven as well. And much like the sorting hat in Harry Potter, you too can sort yourself into one of these 5 colleges that you identify with.
That's right. There's Lorehold, which is red-white, leave no stone unturned.
Okay.
They say these are the diligent researchers and daring adventurers.
And they've got a cool elephant on their art doing some research.
He's very cute.
Next up, there's the Prismari, which are blue and red, and their motto is express yourself with the elements. So, of course, this is the theater kids expressing themselves through magic.
Then there's Quandrix, which is blue-green. Math is magic.
I love it.
They study patterns, fractals, and symmetries to command power over nature.
And they can say pi backwards, which is impossible, but they figured out how to do it.
That's right.
And then there's a Silver Quill, which are black-white, sharp style, sharper wit. Wield the magic of words, stylish, intimidating, and competitive.
And then there's Witherbloom, which are black-green, get your hands dirty, and they're described as my favorite description of anything.
Oh, yeah.
Goth bio majors.
I mean, how can you not love the Witherbloom after that?
Exactly.
And it's just like, what more do you need to say? You know exactly who they are and what they do.
Yep, absolutely. They were introduced, each of these schools were, with a cycle of commands.
Yeah, very, very powerful commands. So already seeing some new cards from this set, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And meeting these new houses, I've got to say, I'm super excited too. It seems super cool so far.
Yeah, same. Also, we know that Rowan and Will are there.
Yeah, a lot of people are super excited to see Rowan and Will, Prismari mages, you know, in the school play.
And Mark Rosewater said that they do not play the same as Ravnica guilds.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because if you were like, oh, this might be a rehash or something of Ravnica, not to worry. He says it's totally not.
And I would say even just listening to those descriptions, like these are pretty different from what we know, with maybe a tiny bit of overlap.
We also got a peek at the 5 commander decks going along with this set. There'll be 1 for each school with 81 new cards. The names of the decks are Silver Quill Statement, Prismari Performance, Witherbloom Witchcraft, Lorehold Legacies, Quantum Quandrix, which, you know, thumbs up for those names.
Yep. And this is exciting to me because I'm an environment nerd, but they are premiering these with reduced plastic packaging on their way to hopefully no plastic packaging in the future.
Yeah, they've tried different kinds of packaging in the past, and some of them haven't really stuck. Remember with original Modern Masters?
Oh yeah, those weird cardboard
booster boxes. So yeah, excited to see what they have in store for these.
Yes. Another preview that came with all of this was the Mystical Archive. These are 63 spells from Magic history. It does not affect their legality, but you can play them if you open them in limited. They're extended art. They have gorgeous new frames.
They're so cool.
They have their dedicated spot in draft and set boosters in foil, and then 3 spots in the collector boosters in foil and the foil etched treatment.
Absolutely gorgeous from what we've seen of these cards so far. So they continue to knock it out of the park with these alt art versions. And speaking of alt art, there's also going to be Japanese alternate art versions of these cards, which have been inspired by traditional Japanese paintings. And I cannot emphasize this enough when I say these are the coolest thing I've ever seen.
They are so spectacular. They're amazing. For each of these, for all of the Mystical Archives, so far we've seen Demonic Tutor, Opt, and Swords to Plowshares.
Gorgeous.
Yes. And so unlike the masterpieces, which some of you may remember, most of you probably remember, these aren't like you only open 1 in a million or whatever. These have their own dedicated spot, which is pretty cool.
I think that's really, really awesome. And I'm just going to have to get my hands on some Japanese boosters to get some of these Japanese alt arts.
Yeah, you are.
as are probably everybody.
Coming up this weekend, it's a League Weekend. You can watch it over on twitch.tv/magic. This is where the MPL and Rivals earn points for their post postseason placement.
Yeah, they're going to be playing Standard this weekend, so it's kind of our first big competitive broadcast tournament.
Yeah.
Showcasing the new Standard environment after the release of the newest set. So be on the lookout for that if you've been wanting to kind of get a direction in Standard moving forward. I know that I have.
Yeah.
And of course, our players moving up and down the leaderboards, leading the MPL right now: Paulo Vitor Damaderosa, Gabriel Nassif, Seth Manfield, Brad Nelson, and then Martin Yuza and Andre Strosky are tied at 5th. Over in Rivals, Stanislav Sivka leads the pack over there, followed by Zachary Keeney, Eli Cassis, Matt Sperling, Christian Hauk, LSV, and Bernardo Santos are all tied at 5th for that.
Nice. We've also seen the rest of the cards for the Black is Magic Secret Lair. There's 7 cards total. Before, we had already seen Shalai, Voice of Plenty, Ponder, and Cultivate, but now we know the other ones are Kaya, Ghost Assassin, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Soul Ring, and Path of Ancestry.
I gotta say, this Kaya that they've released, this like comic book style Kaya, is so cool.
It's really, really great looking.
Wow, all these new alternate arts from Magic. Big thumbs up here from the Good Luck High Five family. These are available in foil and non-foil, $39.99 or $49.99 respectively. Available through March 31st, with proceeds benefiting Black Girls Code.
And finally, speaking of alternate arts, Seb McKinnon has launched his 4th limited edition Kickstarter featuring art from his secret lair.
All right, Seb, nonstop bangers. Let's go.
Right. They're available as prints and playmats, and he painted expansions on them so that you can have like the playmat. It goes all the way across with the full art with like art on the sides too.
Cool.
It's very cool. And he does these as an exclusive opportunity for the ones that he releases in these limited edition Kickstarters. So this is your only chance to get those secret lair arts on playmats or on prints. So if you like it, go and get it.
Well, Megan, before we end the episode, I gotta ask you, which house are you over in Strixhaven?
I think I'm pretty clearly a silver quill.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. And Maria, which one are you?
Well, I think this is also fairly obvious that I'm Prismari.
Yes. And if you want to hear us talk even more about these Strixhaven previews and what we know so far, listen to our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five, anywhere fine podcasts are found.
Yeah, and you can support this show and all of our other shows, other creations over at podcast.com. I don't even know what podcast.com is, but it's, probably something to do with podcasts.
Yep.
Over at patreon.com/GLHFmagic. Become a member for as little as $1. We would love you to support us and become a member of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Audible.
Audible owns podcast.com. That makes sense.